This is Sean Kinney with RCR Wireless News here at LTE North America, joined by Matt Goldberg, Senior Director at SevOne. Matt, what are some of the trends you're seeing at the conference this week? What's going to be big?
Yeah, I mean, I think certainly VoLTE is a big thing that we're seeing around here. You know, certainly following that packet through the network, understanding all the different data hops that it has. I mean, you know, as you start looking at the infrastructure, you know, everyone keeps saying, you know, it's going all IP, it's becoming simpler. Actually, if you probably go talk to the carriers, they're like, it's becoming more complex. You know, I'm hitting more steps along the way to get on the network, to authenticate, to set up a call. So those types of things. Backhaul is obviously a huge thing. How do you push all this capacity out to your end users? Are the pipes big enough going to the cell sites today, and from the aggregation, and then also out to the internet?
And you mentioned following the data, sticking with the data. That's sort of the bread and butter of cluster, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you know, the cluster allows us to follow that data, you know, kind of through the network. So all the different touch points, starting all the way out at the, you know, the cell site, excuse me, in the eNode B, all the way back through the infrastructure. You know, so following it from the routers, the switches, the packet core, all the way back to the IMS. Being able to kind of paint that picture for the carrier and say, these are the hops that the packet's taking, and then this is how that particular service is performing based on the hops that it's taking through the network, and understanding the performance at each individual hop.
And can you talk to us a little bit about the scalability afforded by your products?
Yeah, I mean, as I was saying earlier, you know, we linearly scale. So with the cluster architecture, you know, you add an additional appliance as your needs grow. The great thing about that is when you're adding another appliance, each one of our appliances is both a collector and a reporter. So when you add one, you're adding the collection and the reporting capability. So, you know, we have customers that are in the tens of millions of objects monitored today in a single cluster, and they can still run a report in less than a couple seconds, which is amazing when you start thinking about the number of data points that you're crunching. I mean, they're looking at, you know, billions of data points a day that we collect and crunch the numbers for them.
And you're able to do it all from one dashboard, right?
Exactly, one dashboard, and that's really the power. One of the, you know, the powers between the clustering and the scale. It's that one dashboard, and it's how fast the reports come up. You know, you talk to our big customers, they love us. You know, we like to talk about speed at scale. That's really what it's all about. You know, being able to generate a report extremely quickly on a very large set of data.
All right, well, Matt, I want to thank you for joining us here at LTE North America. And for more from the conference, you can visit RCR Wireless News' YouTube channel. I'm Sean Kinney. Thanks for joining us.